Assalamualaikum. Hi guys, this is the new video for our next subtopic 5.4, which is phase diagram. So in this video we are going to separate into two parts. The first one, how you want to define terms phase, triple point and critical point, and you have to know how to identify their position on the phase diagram. So, in order to do that, you have to know how to sketch the phase diagram for H2O and CO2. We are going to compare between those two and explain the anomalous behavior of H2O. And last part, you have to know how to describe the changes in phase with respect to temperature and pressure. So this is going to be our next video for subtopic 5.4F. So let's go with the term phase. Phase is homogeneous part of a system in contact with other parts of system that are separated by distinct boundary. Contoh, kita boleh lihat phase yang kita talk about in our topic here. States of matter, we have three. The first one solid, second liquid, and the third one gas. So this is how you want to identify based on system. For example, we have mixture of gases. It is referring to one phase because there is no distinct boundary between the gases. You cannot see with your own naked eye. So we can conclude that gases are well mixed with one another. Second one, we have two liquids. For example, oil and water. So when you mix both of them, you can see there are two phases. The first one is the liquid, which is the water, but the second one is oil. So you can see there is a boundary because oil and water cannot mix up together. We also got another two examples for two liquids such as alcohol and water. You cannot see the boundary between these two solutions, so we consider it as one phase. For example, I have this one. There is only one component, which is water, so it will conclude as one phase because we have only a clear or colorless liquid. Next example, I have ice, which is H2O but in the solid phase, and we also have H2O, our water, in liquid phase. So there is a distinct boundary between them. That is why we have one component, which is both of them are water, but they are in two different states. So we consider this is two phases with one component. Next, I have example 3. This is how you can see the bromine gas release. So this is the bromine solution or bromine in liquid phase. It will release reddish brownish gas. So there are two phases here because you can see it is between liquid and gas. Next, I have another example, which is ethanol in water and tetrachloromethane. So for ethanol and water, both of them are liquid, so we have two components but they are mixed well together, so one phase. Same goes for ethanol and tetrachloromethane. Both of them are liquid and there are two components and they are also mixed well together, contributes to one phase. Let's talk about next example, which is we have oil in liquid phase and we have water in liquid phase. There are distinct boundary line between them, so we can see that this is two components and contributes to two phases. So now we have last example, three-phase system where I boil salt in the water. So we have salt, the solid phase here at the bottom of the beaker, and then they mix well together to form salt and water. So this is the liquid phase, and we also got the water vapor release from the process. This is gas. So you can see that is why we call this as three-phase system. So I hope by this moment you know how to differentiate different states of matter and how to determine how many phases that system has. Now we are continuing with phase diagram. So phase diagram, what is that? So it is a pressure temperature graph on which are plotted the temperature and pressures at which equilibrium exists between the states of substances. So the states of substances that we are going to focusing on is only 3: solid, liquid and gas. And the phase diagram also let you to know and work out exactly what phases are present at any given temperature and pressure based on the question. So how to draw the phase diagram? First thing first, you have to draw the axis. The axis is y-axis, pressure in units ATM, and the second one is the x-axis, temperature in units degree Celsius, the common one, or it can be in Kelvin. Next one, we are starting with 1 point at the middle of the graph. This is what we call as triple point. You have to write carefully, tulis betul-betul full. After that, you will put this is as pressure for the triple point, this is for the temperature of triple point. Seterusnya, kita akan lukis sublimation line. Kenapa this one we call it as sublimation? Because it is between solid and vapor. So I'm continuing with the second line, iaitu vaporization line. And the next one, kita ada critical point dekat bahagian hujung vaporization line. So this critical point kita guna simbol capital letter C. And then seterusnya kita tambah another last line, iaitu melting line. So melting line adalah yang memisahkan antara solid dengan liquid. Kalau sublimation line antara solid dengan vapor. And kalau vaporization line, ini antara liquid dan vapor. Awak boleh juga gunakan term gas dekat sini. It depends on you. Seterusnya, point yang kita bincangkan dalam phase diagram ada dua sahaja, iaitu triple point dan critical point. Triple point menghubungkan semua tiga phase. Critical point adalah point yang paling atas sekali. Dekat sini, it is impossible to condense a gas into liquid, no matter how great the pressure. So, last part, awak juga perlu faham, atas daripada critical point kita panggil supercritical state. Okay? So, mari kita bincangkan sedikit tentang dua points ini. So, triple point adalah di mana point yang kita tunjukkan dekat dalam phase diagram ini, where three lines representing solid liquid, liquid vapor and solid vapor meet. Seterusnya, kita juga boleh faham ianya adalah antara line solid gas in equilibrium, solid liquid in equilibrium and gas liquid in equilibrium. So triple point adalah point yang menghubungkan semua tiga phases exist in equilibrium. Next one, kita ada critical point. So critical point dekat sini saya dah bulatkan. So you can see for critical point, what is that? Ianya adalah a point on liquid gas equilibrium curve. So curve yang ini, vaporization line. So ini dia duduk kat bahagian atas sekali. Dan dia mesti atas sedikit daripada melting line. So bila awak draw melting line, awak kena pastikan drawing awak bawah daripada critical point. Okay, line dia ni. Seterusnya, untuk bahagian sini, pastikan line awak hanging. Okay, dia tidak touch kepada axis X ataupun Y. So your graph can start with any value. Especially this one, it cannot be only 0. It can be negative values as well. So, kita sambung bahagian critical point dekat sini. So, this critical point menunjukkan impossible for gas untuk condense jadi liquid sebab dia sudah capai takat critical. So, term vapor hanya digunakan di bawah bahagian critical point. Seperti mana awak nampak dalam gambar ni, ini adalah bahagian vapor. Supaya kita boleh faham, it is impossible to form a liquid above this line sebab kita dah panggil supercritical state. Saya harap awak sudah faham macam mana kita nak draw the phase diagram dan juga how to identify the lines and triple point with critical point in your phase diagram. Mari kita belajar cara untuk lukis phase diagram dengan lebih spesifik menggunakan CO2. So I have the data here. This is my data. So how am I going to draw my phase diagram for carbon dioxide? First thing first, saya akan mulakan dengan triple point. So bayangkan triple point saya ada satu point dekat tengah-tengah. So I'm going to draw it like this. So this is my first point. So saya akan label this one as triple point. Tulis betul-betul, triple point, dan simbol dia adalah T. After that, saya akan buat dotted line untuk menunjukkan di sini adalah temperature saya, iaitu negative 56.57. And then untuk this part, this line adalah merujuk kepada pressure, iaitu 5.11 atm. So pastikan awak draw awak punya phase diagram dengan axis yang betul. Okay, seterusnya kita continue with the sublimation line. Sublimation line akan ke bawah. So saya buat curve macam tu. And then saya teruskan dengan vaporization line. So ini adalah vaporization line saya. Dan dekat vaporization line saya ada critical point. So saya label terus critical point. Dan untuk critical point saya ada temperature 30.98 here. So I'm going to draw temperature saya tarik dotted line ni. So this is going to be 30.98. And after that, saya juga ada pressure which will be 72.79. So saya draw kat sini. So this is ATM. Seterusnya, saya ada lagi satu line di mana line saya adalah melting line. Syarat untuk melting line for carbon dioxide, awak mesti buat dia dalam bentuk positive slope ataupun rightward slope, ke arah kanan. So macam mana saya nak buat? Saya akan buat daripada point di sini, this point, triple point ni. So saya akan tarik daripada point di sini, triple point. Saya akan draw saya punya melting line ke arah kanan. So dia macam ni lah. Cuma syarat dia mesti bawah sikit daripada critical point. Dia tak boleh lebih. So be careful with your drawing. So this is our melting line. This is our sublimation line. And this is our vaporization line. And then last part, saya akan label states of matter untuk saya punya phase diagram. Here is solid. Here is liquid. And here is gas ataupun vapor. And then last point saya ada point A, di mana point A saya nak tunjuk pressure 1 atm. My 1 atm may be here. So awak kena faham dekat sini, bahagian sini tidak semestinya 0. So I'm going to put 1 here, 1 atm. So saya label 1 atm. And then from here, 1 atm, saya touch dekat saya punya point for my sublimation line dekat sini. Saya turun ke bawah. Okay, saya turun ke bawah. So, apa yang jadi kat sini? Saya ada negative 78 degree Celsius. So, this is my point A. Saya label point A. So, saya dah complete phase diagram of carbon dioxide with axis yang betul, temperature yang betul, seperti mana yang diberikan dalam saya punya table. Dan seterusnya saya juga label all three phases dan juga triple point, critical point and point A. So mari kita discuss sedikit tentang phase diagram of carbon dioxide. Kalau awak perasan, saya dah ajar tadi, melting the line mesti ke arah kanan, this part. And then ini adalah typical phase diagram untuk mana-mana substance. Kebiasaannya dia ke arah kanan. The only special thing about this position of phase diagram adalah position triple point. Ini, triple point ini adalah tinggi daripada normal atmospheric pressure, iaitu 1 atm. Sekarang dia lebih tinggi, iaitu 5.11 atm. Dan kalau kita lihat, apa yang kita boleh faham, it is impossible to get liquid carbon dioxide at pressure less than 5.11 sebab bahagian liquid dekat sini. So mesti liquid adalah dekat pressure more than 5.11. point A merujuk kepada 180 m atmospheric pressure, di mana carbon dioxide akan sublimes at temperature negative 78. Dia akan be in equilibrium between solid and vapor here. So at this pressure, liquid phase is not stable sebab dia boleh terus jadi gas daripada solid. Dan awak kena faham, proses ini kita panggil sublimation, di mana dia menghasilkan solid carbon dioxide, or the normal one we call it as dry ice. This is because it does not go through the liquid state. Dia terus daripada solid terus jadi vapor. So this is example dry ice ataupun solid carbon dioxide yang awak patut tahu. Now we go for phase diagram of H2O. How am I going to draw the phase diagram of H2O? Untuk this part, awak kena faham kita akan mulakan dengan axis X dan Y. So awak boleh nampak pressure adalah untuk Y axis, X adalah temperature. Saya ada value kat sini. Kebiasaannya value ini akan diberikan dalam exam. So jangan risau, tak perlu hafal. Okay, so I'm going to draw my phase diagram of water. First thing first, saya akan mulakan dengan triple point. So saya ada value triple point, the pressure dan temperature. So I'm going to start here. So this is my triple point. Terus label. And then seterusnya, saya punya triple point ada temperature which is this one 0.01. And then untuk saya punya pressure for triple point is 0.006 atm. Ini adalah triple point. Simbol dia T besar. And then saya akan teruskan dengan saya punya sublimation line. So this is my sublimation line. Okay, saya buat like that. And then saya teruskan dengan vaporization line. Dia a bit curve dan paling hujung dia ada, kita panggil critical point. So terus label critical point. Simbol adalah capital letter C. And then seterusnya critical point saya ada temperature for it which is 374. And my pressure for critical point is 218 in atm. So one thing special about phase diagram of water, untuk melting line, dia tidak akan dilukis ke arah kanan, tapi kita akan lukis dia ke arah kiri. So it's going to be leftward sloping. So macam mana? From the triple point, kita go to the left, like that. So I'm going to draw my triple point just like this one. This is my melting line. Jangan lupa label solid. This is liquid and this is gas. So saya sudah settle dengan phase diagram of water. So let's discuss with the phase diagram of water. As you see here, this is my phase diagram of water with special thing about the melting line going to the left. For your information, for normal atmospheric pressure iaitu 180 m, kita boleh predict temperature ice iaitu kita punya solid phase of water melt ataupun freeze. So mari kita lukis kat mana position 180 m. Kalau lihat, this is our pressure 0.006 atm. So of course 180 m will be higher than here. So dia maybe around here. So saya akan lukis saya punya drawing using green color. So boleh lihat 180 m crossing the phase from solid to liquid and gas. So this is 180 m. So saya akan label 180 m. So at 180 m here, temperature of ice melts ataupun freeze at 180 m adalah 0 degree Celsius. So kalau saya cakap melts, maksudnya dari solid kepada liquid dekat sini. Kalau saya kata freeze, daripada liquid kepada solid, sesama juga dekat sini. So at melting line for this part, saya akan tarik ke bawah. So from this point go down, the temperature will be 0 degree Celsius, just like this one. Okay, 0 here, 0 degree Celsius. So So the melting point at 1 atm ni kita panggil apa? Daripada sini turun ke bawah ni, ini kita panggil temperature for the normal melting point ataupun normal freezing point. Let's discuss for 1 atm juga. So 1 atm kita juga boleh predict temperature of water boils. Let's say I draw again 1 atm crossing from solid phase to liquid and then entering the gas phase. So for boiling point, ianya adalah proses phase changes from liquid kepada gas. So maknanya dia akan cross this line. Cuma at 1 atm here, this is my 1 atm, saya akan dapat point saya dekat sini, touch the vaporization line. So I'm going to drag this point, getting down here, saya akan dapat temperature which will be 100 degree Celsius. So ini temperature yang kita panggil sebagai normal boiling point. So your normal boiling point will be here. Okay, I'm using the blue color. And for the previous slide, your normal melting point and freezing point will be here. So you can see here, normal melting point and freezing point. And here, normal boiling point, 100 degree Celsius. As a conclusion, we can see the difference between carbon dioxide and water punya phase diagram. If you look here, for carbon dioxide is the normal and typical one with melting line going rightward. Tapi untuk water, dia ke arah kiri. Yang lain sama saja dan awak kena ingat point ini berbeza untuk phase diagram for carbon dioxide and water. Point ini akan diberikan dalam exam, jangan bimbang, cuma awak just perlu faham this one bukan bermula daripada 0. It can be any negative or positive values. One last thing, water is unusual substance dalam case ini sebab most substances akan exhibit increase in melting point bila kita increase temperature. Tapi water, bila kita increase the pressure, temperature untuk melt the ice will be very low. Kenapa benda ni boleh terjadi? This statement kita akan sambung dengan anomalous behavior of water. So, anomalous behavior of water, water kita ada solid, kita ada liquid, kita ada gas. Kalau solid kita panggil ice, kalau gas kita panggil steam ataupun vapor. So, molecule for ice iaitu solid, dalam kes ini dia further apart from each other berbanding dengan liquid water kalau awak nampak kat sini. Because water dia boleh buat tetrahedral arrangement based on electron group arrangement. Cuma liquid water sekarang dia lebih denser daripada ice. Sebab tu ice tu boleh float kerana spacing antara this one lebih besar daripada spacing antara this one. Jarak dia. So apabila kita increase pressure untuk ice, ia akan push some of the molecule closer together. Jadi dia akan push antara satu sama lain bila kita increase the pressure, menyebabkan volume of the sample akan berkurang. Jadi water molecule dia lebih close together in liquid phase daripada in solid phase. Sebab tu senang untuk kita melt. As a conclusion, melting point untuk ice ni akan berkurang apabila pressure awak makin bertambah. So inilah anomalous behavior of water. So as a result, I hope you can understand macam mana nak draw phase diagram, how to define the term and also how to explain the anomalous behavior of water based on its phase diagram. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!